So it's been about 2 weeks now. My voice is still screwed up. So I'm just going to do this screencast because I've made a lot of progress now. So this is probably the third or fourth one now of the assignment studio. We're going through about design revision 2 at this point. As you can see, since the last time I showed this, added quite a bit of functionality. All of the quick links now allow you to kind of navigate through your stuff. I'm actually in the process of working with our designer to completely remove this top menu and consolidate it into something else. You can see we have this little widget here, so you can kind of navigate through stuff. This might not seem like it's important, other than the fact that if you have hundreds and hundreds of assignments, this is probably a much easier way to keep track of it. So if you can go around to things, you hit go. It pops up. You see the little windy wheel. It does a lot of Ajax loading. There's a lot of contextual loading in this for performance. You can see it. Remember that I stored in 89. This actually now has a partial state save where you don't have to submit the feedback to the student. You can actually say, I'm still working on this, and I'll show what that state looks like. The saved feedback is working now. You can see it loads. Ajax reloads those two sections. I just got a message saying, would you like to replace these? So you don't accidentally overwrite it. Close that up. I can hit save here, and it'll save. You can see we have orange state. Orange has been added. This means I've saved it but haven't committed it to say that I've actually completed grading this. Some other features related to that. I can now actually change the display type here. So you can see here's all things by points. Here's by letter grades. Letter grades are now piped into the database settings that you can keep on the other page. So while this looks exactly the same as it did before, it's now being managed by the database. That's how these grades get generated. If I changed that heuristic, it would change all the grades. So, if you want to reweight things later on in the semester, inflate grades, if you will, you can now do that. I don't have assignment status working yet. I'm not even entirely sure what that means, but show letter grade works. So you can see that there's a class associated here with each one of these, and then that pipes into the chart, so you can get a nice little visualization of how well people are doing. This also gets updated on the fly, so you can see there's a nice little wine wheel. I'm going to go back through, and I'm going to give this a much higher grade than I did before. Change of feedback, why not? And then we'll complete this assignment. So we go to the student. You can see that's been changed to an A. With my little directional pad, I can find where I last was. So you can see, already with all these visualizations, why this would be easier to find things and navigate. And then I can scroll through the material this way. I just a couple minutes ago implemented a sorting feature, so you can sort by columns. There's this really cool project called Table Sorter. It's a jQuery plugin I found that I'll hopefully be including. You can see there's some stylistic goof ups with the table drag type stuff, but I'm still working on it. It's obviously very much still in progress, as that blue there is ugly. Another cool thing you can do, well, not only can you click on them in that state, let alone the other state here. I'll move back to status. So you can see for whatever reason, no one has submitted, Keith, for this example, hasn't submitted this I don't entirely understand life assignment. So if I click this, I actually get a pop-up here that says, would you like to create an assignment placeholder? And then a description of what that would mean is, use this in place of someone not being able to submit content for some reason. So, they have, a browser that's out of date. They go to submit at 10:59 and it's due at 11. They panic, send the instructor an email, with their assignment instead of through this system. We can now account for that. So you'll see a little windy wheel. I hit yes to do it. You'll see yes generated a placeholder for Keith. I can go and then leave comments and feedback for Keith without his work actually being physically tied to this system. So that's it for now. I'll hopefully do another one towards the end of the week.